My name's Pam and welcome back to my YouTube channel about... Could you guess what word was beeped out? It was PTE. And that was an example of today's PTE question type, select missing word. I think you answered PTE easily, because you knew what this video was about. But most students lose points because they don't know what they will hear in select missing word questions. So, what you need is a listening plan. Today I'm going to teach you a listening plan so you can get a good score for PTE select missing word. This is what you'll learn today so you can defeat select missing word questions. If you find today's lesson useful, click to subscribe. Please also like and comment on my videos. I love it when you tell me what you want. And if you subscribe, you can see a mini mock PTE quiz in your YouTube feed every week. It's short but really useful, so give it a try when you have time. Now, I'm an English teacher with over 20 years of experience, and I have a PTE score of 90 out of 90. I'm teaching a lesson on every PTE question type on YouTube. Okay, let's get down to today's lesson on select missing word. You'll hear a listening of 20 to 70 seconds. The last word or group of words will be beeped out, and you have to use your understanding of the listening to choose which word or words were beeped out. You have 3 to 5 answer choices to choose from, 7 seconds to read before listening, and you can take some time after listening. Now, in order to keep focus during select missing word questions, you need to actively work your brain at each stage. So, step 1, predict. Step 2, main idea. Step 3, last sentence. And step 4, eliminate. Let's work through these 4 steps using a PTE level sample question to understand the process. Step 1, predict. Look at the topic at the top of the screen. You only have 7 seconds before the listening, so don't read the full instructions. They're always the same. Just look for the topic. And that way you can be prepared to listen for the main idea. Now, in the case of this example question, the only topic you're given is health. So keep health in your mind. And if you have time, brainstorm words and ideas about health, like sickness, exercise, diet. That will help you recognize the words and ideas if they're mentioned in the listening. Step 2, main idea. Catch the main idea. Now, as usual in these listenings, you can catch the main idea from the first few sentences. And the last sentence is usually a summary of the whole listening. So if you understand the beginning of the listening, which is the main idea, when you have to answer the missing words at the end of the listening, which is usually the summary, you can imagine the answer easily, because the missing words need to fit the main idea. So if you choose an answer that matches just the last sentence, but doesn't match the main idea of the listening, it will still be wrong. So it's really important to understand the main idea from the beginning of the listening. Step 3, last sentence. Now, when you hear the beep, write down the last few words before the beep. Then, read through the answer choices and decide which ones match both A, the main idea, and B, the last sentence. Let's listen to the example listening so you can see how step 2 and 3 are done. Even better, do it with me. That's good practice for you. So let's go.
Nutrition and exercise are critical factors in overall health and well-being. Eating a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins can help prevent a range of diseases. Exercise is also important, especially for its role in cardiovascular health and the building of strong muscles and bones. Nonetheless, it's crucial to remember that you can't out-exercise a bad diet. The elements of both exercise and diet are essential and should be considered at.
How was it? As you can see from my notes, you may not need to write down the entire last sentence, but try. And make sure you get the last few words at least. So I'm just going to show you the transcript of the listening now, so please look away if you don't want to see that. So now we move on to step 4, eliminate. Look at the answer choices and choose one that matches both the main idea and the last sentence. Most of the time you can narrow the choices down to answer choices that match the main idea. Then you might find the one correct answer choice by checking what vocabulary, grammar, or collocation match the last sentence. Let's look at our choices. We can eliminate isolation and once immediately because they don't fit the main idea. Isolation means separate, and the main idea of this listening was that we should consider exercise and diet together, not separately. So it's clearly wrong. Once means one time, but let's look at the last sentence we wrote down. We can see the word at. At once means immediately. So is that correct? Should exercise and diet be considered immediately? That doesn't sound like the main idea either, so eliminate. Now we're left with the same time and the long run. Now there is a collocation in English in the long run. It means long term. Now we can eliminate this option if we know collocations, because we know that the collocation is in the long run, not at the long run. Also, the main idea of this listening wasn't specifically about long-term health. But even if we didn't catch that, we could still eliminate this answer choice because the collocation doesn't match. So finally, the only answer choice left is the same time. And does it fit the main idea? Yes, we should think about both exercise and diet at the same time. Does it fit the sentence? Yes, at goes together with the same time. At the same time is a collocation. So that's all you need to do. Just remember, step 1, predict, step 2, main idea, step 3, last sentence, step 4, eliminate. So now let's move on with a collocation lesson. And why? Because apart from techniques, learning collocations is the best thing you can do to improve your PTE score. And it also helps with any other test, with study, with work, everything. So let's begin with the answers to the quiz from our last lesson. Here they are. Now these answers come from 3 collocations that are commonly used in PTE: wildly successful, clearly evident, and widely accepted. Wildly successful means very, very, very successful. And we use it in spoken English, even in formal spoken English like the PTE, but don't use it in essays, it's too casual. But it is a great expression to use when speaking in retail lecture questions, for example. Clearly evident means obvious or clear to understand. For example, if someone got top marks in PTE, it's clearly evident they have great English. We use this expression a lot in both spoken and written formal English. So you'll often hear it in PTE lectures like summarized spoken text. If something is widely accepted, it means most people believe it, use it, or do it. For example, PTE is widely accepted by universities means most universities accept PTE. This is a really common collocation in spoken and written formal English, and you might even hear it in PTE select missing words. Now these collocations all followed a pattern of adverb and adjective. So let me show you 10 more of the most commonly used adverb plus adjective collocations in the PTE. Learn their meanings and memorize them, because these ones are used all the time in PTE readings and listenings. And now, here's a new collocation quiz for you. Try to work out the answers to this quiz today and tune into our next lesson, number 20, for the answers. Now the next lesson is actually our second last lesson in this PTE series. If you have a PTE exam coming up, I hope these lessons will help you. I believe they will. Let me know. Also, I'm still working on a PTE course for you, and I'm going to continue teaching English and some more PTE lessons sometimes on YouTube too. So stay in touch, keep watching, like, subscribe and comment. And remember, if you subscribe, you will also see PTE quizzes in your YouTube feed. These are good practice for you. Anyway, I look forward to seeing you at our next lesson, Lesson 20, Highlight Incorrect Words. Have a great day. See you next time.